Hi, my name is Damon Rocha, and this is Cosmic Bazaar. For this project, we're aiming to develop a set of Ethereum smart contracts to support some key features for a web-based video game. The game will feature the contracts in this project will feature game economy, some shop management, item trading, and some NFTs for in-game items. We'll also include a UI prototype to showcase some of the functionality of these smart contracts. So for the team, it's just me. But if I was to build out a full team, it would be a developer to write code, architect to capture requirements and constraints, a designer to create design for UI, set up any wireframes and work to help create the usability testing, a product owner to represent customer, do some presentation of prototypes and drive the team towards requirements, and then a scrum master responsible for managing the team's process and ensuring that work is completed on time. So the requirements for this project that I came up with are we'll need a shop smart contract, inventory smart contract, marketplace smart contract, player wallet, and then have some requirements for the contract and the user UI. So for the smart contract, they should be able to create and manage in-game shops. They should allow owners to set prices and give players the ability to purchase items and negotiate prices. Then for the inventory, that should be able to mint NFTs, secure transfer items from player to player, and store properties that will be used to reference the item in the game. The marketplace contract, I'm not entirely sure if we're going to keep this. This might be a version 2 type of thing, but it's in the requirements we listed out that should allow players to list in-game items on a marketplace to be bought. So maybe they don't have a shop or something. Allow players to search and browse, and then return items based on the category filter, whatever. So like a search almost. And then the player wallet, the player should be able to sign in using MetaMask or any other Web3 wallet, and it should return the player's address. Lastly, the contracts and UI. The contracts will be tested on the Go Early testnet, and they should be designed with scalability in mind, since this will be for a online web-based game. And then for the UI, should be easy to follow. It'd be easy to use and follow best design practices, and then allow users access to the smart contracts. So like not directly see them or change anything in them, but like the game's UI or events or actions should interact with the smart contracts. Some of the constraints were that this is a really short time period, so some of these requirements might not be met in the end. In a little bit, we kind of went over like a MVP 1 for the milestone part, and then if we get past that in the weeks that I have, then I'll go through and start building out more of this stuff. The one major requirement for this whole thing is that we need to create a shop smart contract and a UI to simulate the game's UI. So if we get past this for the MVP 1 in the next couple weeks, we'll move on to the other stuff. But if not, then we'll just iterate on that till it looks good. And then Ethereum Gallery testnet, MetaMask wallet. The design should be simple, flexible, and give users lots of feedbacks on actions. And then the prototype will be built using ThirdWeb, SDK, Next, and the Next.js template. So we did some benchmarking on this and found 4 similar games that do close to the same thing. So this first is Avagachi, and this is a ghost-based Web3 game that allows users to sell out items, they also call their marketplace Bazaar. It's also another retro pixel style and Ethereum-based tokens. The difference is this is more of an RPG instead of like a shop-based game, a collection shop-based game. They do a lot more with ghosts, and then NFTs can be used outside of the game, whereas our NFTs will mainly just be in-game items, and then you could like show people your wallet or whatnot. The next example is Decentraland. The world is built and owned by players. So similar to what we'll do, because we'll have shops and items that are created by players that they can own. Players can buy and sell most items in the game, and it's Ethereum-based tokens again. The main difference is it's not retro. It'll be 3D players cannot create items to sell. They just sell items that they've collected. And players can do more than just create shops. Players can also buy land. So you can create shops, buy land, like set up events and all that stuff that people could pay for. And that's going a little further than we're going to go with ours. And for the next game, the sandbox, similarities for this are a little smaller. It's just Ethereum-based tokens. You can craft items and can sell items. This game has way more focus on creation than we will. It allows users to create NFTs that can be sold. They can create whole worlds. Players have to buy land to do anything. There are paid events and built-in game creators. So a lot of this is voxel-based creation in the game. And this right here is a map of like all the land in the game that people have bought and have stuff on. And then here's some like games that they've created in the world where people can earn money, and then the crafting part. Lastly, this one's probably the most similar to what we're going to be doing. It's pixel art, earned from NFTs, can craft items from NFTs. Only difference between what we're doing in this is they don't have a shop for players, but you can buy and sell your in-game items. This game is a lot more co-op focused. I said no selling here, but that's actually incorrect. I found a place that they could sell, but the shop is for the whole game instead of individual sales, and there's no central token, so you can use various blockchain tokens to buy and sell stuff here. And here's a few screenshots. This game is actually not released just yet. Next, on to the design principles. We decided that we want our design to be simple, consistent, efficient, and do a lot with feedback and communication related to what was in the requirements. So this user interface should be easy to navigate. The whole style of the game should be an RPG retro design similar to Moonlighter. The games should be efficient, so there's no necessary steps in the UI or gameplay. And then for feedback and communication, anytime a player clicks on something, hovers over something, there should be some type of feedback. Now here's a little wireframe UI prototype we created for this game. So you start on this Cosmic Bazaar page, click Get Started. That'll connect to your wallet. You move on to this little landing page where you can open a shop. For the first version of this will just be one shop that players can add, that players can buy and sell items from. If we get to MVP 2, you'll be able to browse shops. Here's a list of items. The player clicks on an item and buy, details, barter. So they should be able to buy this item, get any other details, price, whatever, and then try to negotiate the price. And then here's just a quick GIF of the page flow with the various UI interactions. Haven't got to usability testing just yet. I'm going to go a little further with the development before we get that completely ironed out. Well, most likely by next update, I should have this finished. Here is the flow diagram. So you have a shop owner. They own a shop. They can add items to the shop, can change price of items, and can change price of items, because for some reason I put that twice. And then a customer can buy from the shop. I think that's what I meant to put there on that second line, but got rid of it. Then we have an item, can be created, can be an inventory, can be sold in a shop. And then we have inventories. Items are held here. Customers and owners have an inventory. Shops have an inventory. Items can be added and removed. Then you have this customer who gets items from the shop, adds them to their inventory. And lastly, we have this, or close to last, we have the state diagram where the game starts out in a closed state, so there's no wallet. Connects their wallet, they can open the shop. On open shop, player has 3 options. They can go back to the menu. So close, they disconnect their wallet. They can go to the show items, so they're looking at the shop, or they can quit. Or they can quit. And quit should lead you back to closed. Or no, quit will be quit the whole entire game altogether. Then from open shop, if they showed items, they can go back to the main menu and get it closed again or quit. From there, if they select an item, they can go back to show items or quit. And then from select item, they have the buy item, which either takes them back to show item or main menu. The show item, which can take either of these places. and then negotiate price, which is just going to go there and then back to show items. For milestones, we just finished up the planning stage. So the next thing would be to get a rough UI, base functionality, some smart contracts up and running. And then after that, clean up the UI, do some code revisions right before the final project demo. Hopefully at this point, there's a working shop, a basic UI similar to this. And if everything goes well, maybe even like an economy or marketplace. All right, and that's it for me. Thank you very much.